Yeah, since that other guy didn't fulfill his contractual obligations, he's going to be pedigreed into the mat for the 1, 2, 3.
I may have to thank that one guy who's gone. I didn't want Sheamus first time around.
I know there are people pissed off right now, like, say his fucking name.
Because, you know, if it weren't for that guy, you know, Daniel Bryan would have gotten his WrestleMania win. But
yeah,
he just had to
instead
go
of Daniel Bryan getting choke slammed on Raw, it would have been his punk ass. So it's his fault.
You almost said his name, damn it.
You did say his name.
That was a lowercase punk, so it's different. We're going to move on to the next segment. Now, the Wyatt family and The Shield had their own versions of shots fired on this past episode of Raw, with both teams, quote-unquote, going in on each other. Bray Wyatt said that he was going to build his empire next to the sea and watch from his throne as his enemies drown. Well, the Shield responded back by saying that they don't live in Bray Wyatt's imagination. Roman Reigns stated that come Elimination Chamber, playtime is over as the two factions face off in a 6-man tag match. These two teams are among the most dynamic entities in WWE, so how excited are you all for them to finally face off in a match?
I'm actually really excited. This was made on SmackDown, which for some reason I actually decided to watch, and I was glad I did, because I actually watched the stuff just that I cared about, which is basically the Shield promo that was like in the first 20 minutes. The promo with Triple H and the Shield was really good. The Roman Reigns face-off was awesome, and that was great and good stuff. Moving to the match.
Amazing.
Did anybody notice Harper and Rowan actually are getting to talk now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I kind of don't even like that, because I feel like they should just be in the background with Bray at the front. Didn't affect the promo. The promo is still great, but other than that, you know, I just thought that was kind of weird that you would have these guys who are like disciples and they're just kind of in the background kind of deal, like actually coming to the foreground was kind of weird. The match should be really good. There's going to be some storyline stuff there with the Shield, which might make it, you know, just a little bit worse than what you would usually think. You're not going to get that real, you know, bragging rights kind of match. But overall, I think we're going to get some really good stuff out of this, and I'm honestly super excited for the match.
It's been a very long time since I've gotten to see a faction versus faction feud. They tried it with the Nexus and the Core, and that was an absolute disaster. So finally, we have two legitimate teams fighting each other. I've always wanted to see this. It's been quite some time. I think the last time they did it was Kurt Angle and his Olympians versus some JBL. I think that was a heel versus heel feud. Same way. But anyway, this is compelling work. I thought Raw was really weak this past week, but this was actually one of the shining moments. That promo that Bray Wyatt cut was absolutely fantastic, and I'm not sure if the creative team or some agent is writing it for him. I'd imagine it has to be maybe even him himself, because it sounds so advanced, something that it just does not sound like something a creative team member would write. Just from what I'm used to seeing from other wrestlers, this guy's just completely different. Or maybe he's just that damn good. I don't know what it is, but I hope he continues to do it. Whatever breakfast he had that morning, or whatever he did, whatever clothes he wear, just do it again. I don't want anything to change about it. I don't want him to screw it up. So keep doing what he's doing. As far as where I see this storyline going, this match, I see we finally might get the breakup of the Shield. It's probably going to happen. If it doesn't happen on the road to WrestleMania, it will happen at WrestleMania. I like how they're teasing the tension between the two. I'm sorry, between the three. I know Jay's going to jump on me for that one.
No, because actually Roman Reigns, he's one of the two. If anybody is the forgotten one.
Yeah, I know. Yep, and there it is.
Don't you? No one say Seth Rollins, or I swear to God.
Yeah, we're not gonna say him. We're gonna talk about the important ones.
I told you.
You guys really suck.
Yeah, 2 is generous. I mean, let's be real here.
Okay. Anyway, I expect the Wyatts to pull off of this win, and yeah, Reigns is going to be the focus of this whole match. He's just going to say, you know what, screw you guys, spear people, and yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things are jumbled up as far as the card is going into this year's Road to WrestleMania. But this is one thing that I really, really am set to ride along with. I'm looking forward to every single Raw and every single interaction between these two factions. To me, I feel like Bray Wyatt is one of the most innovative and creative personas of the past decade or so. And I think that these two factions, both of them together, are the two best and most compelling factions that we've seen since probably DX and the Nation of Domination. So I think that the creative team is in a spot right now where they can book this match and this feud in a way where nobody comes out a loser, where both teams come out stronger than they were heading into it. So I don't really care who wins. If the Shield break up, the only loser that can happen is Seth Rollins. I'm sorry, Brandon, but that's just the way it is. But
don't be that guy.
No, but like I'm really looking forward to this. This is one of the most creative things that WWE has done in the past 10 years.
Yeah, well, I'm really keen for this feud. It's at Elimination Chamber, so that's weird. Like, could have been at WrestleMania, but either way, I'll take what I can get. Does anyone think? Is it just me? I think it's just going to be me. But couldn't this match be in Elimination Chamber, or am I just being an idiot and overbooking stuff?
That idea.
I thought the same thing. That is definitely not a bad idea.
Okay, sweet. Because I know in the game they have that tag team elimination, and I swear they've never done that. And I'm like, they need to hurry up and do it because I think it would work. But that's what I wanted in the match. And I'm hoping they
might still be moving towards that.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm hoping they maybe put that in there, or they realize maybe they can.
The only thing is, I don't know how they would work in the tension within the Shield, because it's probably going to be something like they did on Monday with like the tags and Dean Ambrose tagging himself in and then losing the match or doing something like that. So if it doesn't work into the way they're going to write the match, they can't do it.
Which is a shame, but, you know, if they got to do story, then I'll let them do story. But their promos, both sides, were pretty good. The Wyatt's promos, Bray Wyatt's promos are just getting better and better. Like, this guy is amazing, and we've seen that he's pretty good in the ring. So this guy is like a whole package, and I can't wait for this match. And I'm really keen for this storyline, and like I can't really express anymore how much I want to see this match. I just wish it was a WrestleMania, but obviously they probably have the whole Shield breaking up plan at WrestleMania, so I can't really argue that. But again, this match at WrestleMania would be very good, so we'll just see where they take it.
Hearing that these two teams were going to face off was definitely a mark-out moment for me because we have a lot going on in WWE right now. Just absolute chaos, scrambling of the cards, all types of crazy shit going on. But two constants that I can say that are constantly entertaining time again. I always look forward to seeing the Shield and the Wyatt family on TV. Bray Wyatt, he's definitely picking it up in the ring. That match with Bryan at the Royal Rumble, he's like really high on my list right now. So I'm looking forward to that. And of course, his promo is absolutely amazing. The Shield, I love those guys. And WWE, like, I've been wanting to see the Shield and the Wyatt family face off ever since I first heard of the Wyatt family, before they even stepped foot into WWE. And I know a lot of other people out there, they were thinking the same thing. And there were some reservations that were had too about whether WWE would be able to juggle two factions. And I'm glad to see that they have done that, and not just done it, but it's been such a wild and amazing success. The fact that they are able to book both of those factions in amazing ways and maintain the differences between the two. Because you have one of those factions, it's far and away led by one person. You have that one superstar in that faction, and then the other two followers. And then the other faction is the Wyatt family. So...
Oh, come on.
Wow. All right, we get an internet high five out of that one. That was good stuff.
Wow. But seriously, though, I can't wait to see these guys face off. I can't wait to see these guys face off.
They're not followers. They at least they talk more than the other two from the Wyatt family. I mean, you can't say that.
Oh, yeah, I'll agree with Charlie when you talked about how you didn't like the fact that the other two were talking. I don't kind of like that either. Just know your place. Just stay in the background. Look intimidating. Let Bray Wyatt handle that.
Especially
I think it's.
Like
but isn't that also what Roman Reigns' plan is? To sit in the back and look intimidating while the other two do all the talking? Isn't that Roman Reigns' strategy?
It used to be, but he's gotten a lot better.
What he's doing is he's letting Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins get their words in now because there's no fucking way they're going to get them in later.
Another thing, one thing I noticed about that promo, Luke Harper, or whatever the hell his name is, that guy kind of doesn't sound intimidating. He sounds like a regular person, so it was kind of jarring to see him speak. I don't know. I didn't like him speaking. I think he should have just been quiet.
I agree with that. I like the mask dude because he doesn't say too much, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a weirdo. He just stands there.
At the same, I'll give WWE credit too. They did a really good job of introducing these two factions and allowing them separate spaces to grow and develop before bringing them together for this match. Like they each have their own individual like personas, like you said, Jay, and they each have their own history with different superstars and things that they've done in the WWE that'll all play into this match.
Yeah, and that's very important, too, because they were allowed to grow on their own, gain all of their fans, and now they come together. And this is a pretty big match as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, and you talk about, too, the ability that their timing. They found a way to do the match without actually making it like both stables are not at their peak at this point, where you got the ability for Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins to lose the match. So you bring the ability for Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins to lose so that the Wyatt family can win. If you had done this earlier, you're going to totally fuck over one of their like futures. So good timing by WWE.
Criticize when necessary, but give credit where credit is due.